Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I help beginning voiceover talents grow their business and generate some income as they're going along. And one of the many ways that I do that, and not so much recently, but one of the ways that I do it is what you're going to see in this video, and that is with a Fiverr gig review. It seems lately a lot of the clients that have been hiring me, or talents that have been hiring me to get some assistance, there seems to be kind of like a movement to pivot away from Fiverr, and I'm okay with that. I have full support of really any platform you want to use to get into the business. You know, I kind of have my preferences of what I think is a good way to start. My opinion has really changed over the course of the years. I kind of felt like in the beginning, I strongly felt that Fiverr was just like really the absolute best way to get started in voiceover. Not so much really anymore. I'm still on Fiverr. I still like Fiverr. I think it still holds a place in my heart and it still brings in money for me, but Fiverr's changed a lot over the years, and I'm not sure if they're just trying to find where they want to sit within this like niche of voiceover because they do so much. It's been a challenge, if I could be totally honest, but I'll go into more detail on that in this video. If I had a preference, honestly, my preference is Voices. My preference is voices.com. It's a great place to get started, and there's so many benefits to starting there versus Fiverr. I mean, do both, but there's not a lot you can do on Fiverr once you're completely set up. Okay, that said, let's jump into this video for Ron. Ron hired me to have a look at his Fiverr gig, and I love doing this. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to give my first impression as a buyer, like what I think are key points. This applies to Ron certainly, but it applies to all of you that are watching. Go through your gig and see if, maybe some of the suggestions that I mention are something that you find value in and that you think would help you. And if you don't, you take the good and you keep it and you push away the bad if it doesn't apply to you or you don't agree. Hey, I'm just one person. It's just my opinion. I've found success in it. It's helped many talents that I've given these suggestions to, but it's not the only way to do it. All right, cool. That being said, let's get started. And here we go. Okay, so here we are having a look at Ron's Fiverr gig. Okay, so we're going to go from the top down and go through it. Starting with the title, I will record your human, male, adult, American English voiceover. I like it. It's hitting all the key points. Really, there's the three that you have to hit, which is what gender are you, where are you from, and what do you do? He's male. He does voiceover and he's American. And, so he mentions that he does English. Also throwing in human. I don't blame you, Ron. I mean, I almost think it's a good idea. I'm not saying that I recommend everyone to do it, but really, and that is one of the reasons why Fiverr has kind of like gotten slow recently, is that with the movement for AI, it's slowly taking over like the bottom areas of AI. Now, side note, do I think AI is going to take over our business? Yes and no. Yes, to a certain level, and then no above that. There's really a certain level that I just don't feel that AI is even close to hitting yet. Will it? Maybe in the future, and then we'll have to adjust from there. But there's really a place for the human emotion and inflection and true dialogue like what you're hearing right now that AI is just not quite at yet. Can it hit a lot of areas of VO? Yeah, a lot of genres. Like, to be honest, the e-learning is really taking a big hit because you don't need a whole lot. They got AI that sounds conversational enough to give a good e-learning presentation for businesses that just crank out e-learnings. Okay, we won't go into that. That's not what this video is about, but I don't blame you, Ron. It is a good idea to put human. Hopefully it's going to help you out. I like your title. It's good. I wouldn't change a thing. All right, cool. Looking at your Fiverr profile picture, I like it. What I'm looking for is your face. I just want to see your face. Make that human connection that AI can't. Yes, of course, it could be a fake image, but just going with the logo doesn't. We're really fighting to come across as human. That sounds so weird, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
Are you an alien?
But it is the truth. So if your profile picture on Fiverr is not a picture of you or a picture of a person, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. All right, I like that. Let's look at your summary. The summary says 1 day delivery, 1 revision, and the word count that you're willing to deliver. I like it. What I would make changes in is get out of the $5 market. That is AI up, down, and all over. I would jump in at $10 or $15 and drop your word count down to 100. If you go back into previous videos I've done in years past, I recommended something different, but in all good business, you have to change your business practices. And the new way that I'm doing it is I strongly recommend just come in at 100 word count. My Fiverr Success Manager recommends the same thing. Put your number word count at 100 and get out of the $5 market, even the $10 market now, and just start in at 15. $15 for 100 words. You do you, but that's my suggestion. Okay. 1 day delivery, absolute. Don't go over a day. If you can't deliver in 1 day, then there's an issue because you're going to miss out on orders, especially on Fiverr if you can't deliver in a day. I get it. Sometimes there's like audiobooks, that's different. But for the most part, you should be able to deliver any order that you get within a day, or you're just not getting hired on Fiverr. That's kind of where it's at now. All right, so let's go back on this. We're not showing the thumbnail here, but that's because I clicked on it to test audio, but you do have a thumbnail, and I believe it was this. Yeah, it is this. So let's look at your thumbnail. I like your thumbnail. Again, it's your picture. You're making eye contact with me. You kind of have like a little smile. I dig it. You look like a super nice person. And yes, of course, I would want to work with you based on that picture. And that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. Big, bold text saying that he's an American male voiceover. I love it. And then you have some subtext of the genres that you're interested in working in. Perfect. This is a really good thumbnail. Kudos to you. I like it. So let's go back and there it is. And we're going to listen to it. And I want it to be a video demo reel. So what do I mean by reel? A reel means that it's changing every 8 to 12 seconds and that it's a video. You want the client to see what your voice could sound like on real material that is playing in the background. So whether you redid a commercial, redid a promotion, whether you created it yourself, it needs to be video. Fiverr even says the percentage might have changed, but at one point it was like 66 or 67% more likely to get hired if you have a video for your demo. And when I tested this, I saw that Ron does have a video. Good on him. Let's check it out.
Navigate your financial future with confidence alongside Ameriprise financial planners. Secure your tomorrow today with Ameriprise.
Okay, and then he gets out in 8 seconds. Perfect.
Mornings can be tough until the smell of coffee steps in. One sip and your day shifts into gear. Rich, bold, and energizing. Coffee isn't just a drink. It's your morning fuel. Your mornings, powered by Phil's Coffee.
You kind of went a little bit long on that one, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, you were out within 8 seconds on this first one, and then you went, whoops.
Ameriprise.
Let's start at 8
Mornings
seconds.
can be tough until
I
the
want you out
smell
at
of coffee
16 to
steps in.
20.
One sip and your day shifts into gear. Rich, bold, and energizing. Coffee isn't just a drink. It's your morning fuel. Your mornings, powered by Phil's Coffee.
Join the fight for...
Yeah, you kind of went long on that one spot and the difference in volume. So what I'm hearing, and even in this one, let me hear a little bit.
Truth and Justice with the Innocence Project.
Okay, so I can't see your audio waveforms, obviously, because I'm just listening. But I would imagine if I did, I would imagine that the second spot and third spot is louder than the first spot. And what you want is you want it normalized all to the same. You want consistency all the way across all your demos. Whether you're doing different genres, which you should be doing to show the client you can do different things, but you want consistency as far as the sound. It all sounds freaking bomb. It sounds really good no matter what you're doing. You don't want the client to hear one thing and then they hear something else and it's louder or it has different EQ on it or it has different, because then they don't know what they're going to get. And when a buyer starts second guessing what they're going to get, they're not going to hire you. They're only going to buy what they know they're going to get. Think about when you place orders online. You're buying it because you know what you're going to get, or you're hoping you're going to know what you're going to get based on the consistency of what you're seeing or hearing. And that needs to be the same in your demos. I can't see your waveforms to visually see they're louder, but they sound like they're louder. Your 2 and 3 is louder than your number 1, and that's not okay.
Together, we can right the wrongs of the past and pave the way for a brighter, more just future. Donate or volunteer today. With ZenFlow, immerse yourself in a world of guided meditation.
See, this got quiet again, Ron. So you have 4 spots so far. Your 1 and 4 are too quiet, and your 2 and 3 arguably are too loud. I'd put them all around. So here's what I do. People recommend that you deliver around -3. I don't really buy into that. I think you want to punch through a little bit more than that. I normalize my peaks to -1. So then your average is going to be around the -3. You're slightly louder than maybe the typical person that's delivering around -3, but you're punching up a couple times to make it a little bit louder and more clear. You want to come in sounding better than everybody else, and in my opinion, coming in a little bit louder is a great idea. I can't visually see where you're at with 2 and 3. Those are probably okay, but your 1 and 4 are too quiet. You can't have these fluctuations in loudness. That's not okay. It's inconsistency, and a buyer doesn't want that.
Soothing sounds and mind.
And there's no argument saying, well, this is meditation. It needs to be quieter. No, it needs to be more peaceful. It needs to be more calm, but loudness has nothing to do with it.
Exercises. Download the app today and embark on a path towards a more centered you.
You never want the client to do what I probably ended up doing if I would go back and watch the video. I'll bet you when that spot came on, I probably leaned in to hear it more. And that's not what you want. You want the client to never have to focus on something. Focus to see, focus to hear. You want it really obvious. That's why we go with big text. So it's obvious what it says, what they're reading. And that's why there's super clarity in our audio. So they don't ever have to wonder, because if they're wondering, they're gone. They're going to just go to someone else. We don't want to give them reasons to find someone else. The only reason that I'm okay with someone not hiring me is because I don't have the sound they're looking for. That's acceptable. That's okay. I'm not for everybody. But don't pass on me because my audio levels vary. Don't pass on me because I have poor sound quality. Don't pass on me because I don't know, any other reason. It needs to be because you don't like the sound of my, it's okay to not like the sound of my voice. If I'm not the right voice for your project, find someone else. I'm okay with that. I can accept that, but I don't want to give any other reason. We don't want to give any other reason for a client to not hire us. So that's why we make everything else pristine. Our audio quality, our loudness, everything is dialed in. We take all the variables we can control and we make sure they're dialed in. Okay, cool. All right, I like it. That was good. Good, Ron. So then you have and then Fiverr allows you to put 3 more demos. You do have them.
Italy's 7% tax zones, designed to attract retirees and new residents, offer significant benefits.
That's a great demo.
Yeah, this biscuit ain't perfect because it's made by hand.
What's not perfect?
Yeah, this biscuit ain't perfect.
I think you're saying something that you're not.
Yeah, this biscuit ain't perfect.
Okay, dude, it sounds like you're saying, I don't want this video to be taken down. So it sounds like you're saying Bass biscuit, but not bass. Yeah, bass biscuit is not perfect.
Yeah, this biscuit ain't perfect. Because it's made by hand, it'll never be duplicated. Like a unique snowflake. A unique, buttery, sausage and egg-filled snowflake. The made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuit. Available at Carl's Jr.
Okay, I can see your waveform on this, and I can see that it gets quieter. Look right here, dude. Your levels got much quieter. It's almost like you faded down. I can go back, and I can even like raise my hand when it starts to get quiet.
Like a unique snowflake. A unique, buttery, sausage and egg-filled snowflake. The made-from-scratch
Right here.
sausage and egg biscuit.
Okay, that's a big mistake, Ron. You got to fix that, dude. That's not okay. And I'm not trying to come across as harsh. I'm just trying to give you like the direct honesty. Aside from the fact that sounds like you're doing a commercial for Bass Biscuit, but not Bass, take away that B, which is funny to me. It's a Carl's Jr. spot. Awesome. I don't think they have a Bass Biscuit. Get rid of the B. You also have that part at the end that gets quiet. It sounds like you were trying to fade it out, and that's what I thought you were doing initially, which in a demo, don't fade it out. But you're not fading it out. You have a whole section that just got quieter. All right, last one.
Happy holidays. Thank you for calling Sunrise Plumbing. Please note that during our holiday season, our abbreviated hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on December 24th and closed.
I like it. That's good. You got a good range of what you're offering. I like it so far. This is good. Okay, so about this gig needs to be about the gig and not about you. Yes, you get right into it. Exactly. That's what it needs to be. It needs to be you're going to tell them what can they expect. What can a buyer expect when they hire you? You say, hello, cool. But then you get right into it. When we work together, you can expect seamless communication every step of the way. Says probably oh God, you through process making that. Press continue to get started. Okay, so you do have a call to action there. Nice. You got more room to fit more stuff in. Go into some more detail about what it's like to work with you, how easy it is to work with you. The emphasis that you put on customer service, the emphasis you put on sound quality and perfection and blah, 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 blah. Really make this gig sound like it's something they want. You got the room. You got plenty of space. I don't think you used as much characters as you could have for your writing. So write more about just making it sound, just selling it. You need to sell it more. Okay. English, Nice. Your purpose is video narration. Perfect. It is, and probably will be for a long time, the number one selling purpose for Fiverr, video narration. Good on you. Keep that. You're willing to do e-learning and commercial. If you're going to say you can do those, they need to be in your demo. I did hear them. Good on you. Tone, authoritative, corporate, deep, gritty, warm. Yeah, okay. I could buy it. I think I did hear all that. All right. I'm a voiceover artist ready to deliver. Good. Anything you say here is pretty good you're basically just introducing yourself, which is neat. The buyer likes it. Sometimes they like to hear a little bit more about the person they're going to hire. One thing I want you to stay away from, and Ron, you did a good job. You didn't put it. Do not ever put that you're brand new. I'm new to voiceover or just starting this hobby. Oh gosh, don't say that. It's not a matter of lying, but you don't want to give a buyer a reason to not hire you. Remember, we just talked about that. And saying that you're brand new, saying you're just getting started, saying you're giving this a try, calling it a hobby. Oh, yikes. Nobody wants to hire a hobbyist. It's just you're giving the buyer a reason not hire you. It's not lying. You just don't have to say that. Says you've been a member since November 2024. That's 2 months. I don't know you, Ron. You look like an awesome dude, but if you've been in voiceover for only 2 months, you're brand new. But you don't need to say that. And he didn't. I'm proud of you. I'm a voiceover artist. You are a voiceover artist. It's facts right there. The moment you decide I want to try and record my voice and sell it to people, you're a voiceover artist. The moment you get paid to do that, you're now a professional voiceover artist because you make money doing it. I love it. You did good, Ron. I'm just using you as an example because you're just doing such a great job in this gig. Proud of you. All right, your order details. Oh no, my man, you're missing a lot of options. So when you go to I don't want to say fast food. Fiverr is kind of fast food, so I will say fast food. When you go to fast food and you can I'll have a burger. Great. Would you like the extra large burger for another $1? I do, yeah. Did you want to get some fries with that? Yeah, I love fries. Let's get you a drink. You want a drink too? It's only this much more. Okay. So that the whole upcharging, that's where you make more money on Fiverr, is in these order details. And if you're only offering script proofreading and background music, you're missing out. There's a lot more that you can offer and make more money, okay? For example, let's just pick apart what you got. Your script proofreading for $5, it easily can go for $10 or $15. At the bare minimum, Ron, go to $10. Background music, dude, you can get more than that. You can probably get $15 to $20 for background music, okay? So bump those up. Could you deliver faster? Put that. Are you willing to do audio sync to video? Put that. Are you going to offer them commercial and broadcast rights? As much as I hate discussing that and explaining it to people on Fiverr because they don't get it, there are buyers that understand they need it and want it, and you need to be able to offer that. What else could you put? There's a bunch of stuff that you can do. You could do live direction. There's all kinds of stuff that you can offer to bump up the service and make a little bit more money. So add some more order details, Ron. All right, skip over that. FAQs, you need to have 10. Fiverr lets you have 10. You need to put 10. Fiverr views it as it's a service to the buyer, and Fiverr 100%, I've said this since day one, Fiverr favors the buyer. They will always favor the buyer versus us, the seller, and they want the buyer to have the best experience they can have, and they feel that having a laid out full FAQ that buyers can read and get answers to questions they might have is advantageous. So Fiverr, in turn, favors the gigs that have full FAQs and put them up in the rankings. So, Ron, you having 5 means you're doing yourself a disservice. Fiverr would view your gig as higher quality if you had 10 FAQs. So you need 10. You can also, sorry, I was drawing a blank. I couldn't think of more. Order details. More revisions. Man, it's going to cost more money for revisions. You only offer one free revision. What if they need more than that? You're going to charge for that. Okay. And in your FAQ, you should be offering that. Do you offer revisions? If so, what's the cost? I don't see the cost. First revision's free. This means entire script rewrites are subject to an additional charge. You need to put that out there, Ron. You need to be very clear with that. Put that in your order details of $5, $10. So what does that mean? For every, and this is what you decide as the seller what you want to do, and you're going to be very clear in your FAQs about this, is for every 10 additional words, you charge whatever you want to charge, $5, $10, whatever it is. You're saying entire script rewrites are subject to an additional charge is incorrect. An entire script rewrite is an additional order. That's a completely different order. Don't let somebody fool you into saying, well, I'll give you a couple extra bucks, but the whole script is different. No. A whole script change that's a whole new order. So you got to redo your revisions. If I wasn't clear, kind of go back and see some videos. Revisions are a whole new thing. I should almost make a whole video on revisions. Okay. You need 5 more though. So how do you come up with 5? Think of all the things that you're offering in your order details, which right now you're not offering a lot, but you're going to, and make those questions. What is script rewrite? What is audio sync? What is live direction? What is, I would like to order music. Do you provide the music? You already have that. Do you provide background music? Whatever, you get the point. Come up with 5 more FAQs. And here are your tags. You can have 5 tags. You're only using 4 of them. Oh, So when Fiverr does a search, the 2 top ways that you're found on Fiverr is your title and your related tags. Okay, those are the top two ways. After that is your gig description, but it's minor in comparison to title, huge on title, and then your related tags. So the words that you use in your tags should not match the words that are in your title, and you should be using everything you can. Obviously, you want a title, you have a great title. Obviously, you want to use tags, you have tags, but you're not using all the tags. They give you 5 tags, you're only using 4. My man, you're missing out. All right, so you're using authentic, narration, voiceover, and professional. Great. I can't remember what your title was, but if you're using voice over 1 word, your title should be voice over 2 words. Yep, it is. Good job. Okay, so what I did there, and Ron obviously knew what he was doing, is I was double checking that you're not using a word in your tag that's also in your title. Yes, Ron used voiceover in his title, but technically he used voice space over. Well, another way that buyers will search for you is to put voice over 1 word. And so he puts that as a tag. Other tags you could put voice talent, voice artist, voice professional, you name it. You come up with whatever you feel is going to help someone best find you. My tags might be different than your tags. They're not universal. That's why I get found and some people don't, because my tags work for me in my voice. You find what works for you in your voice. You need another tag. Great job, Ron. What's the big takeaway, dude, so we can wrap this up? The big takeaway here, if I could make one suggestion that would really make a big difference to your business and your gig, other than those little things, and hopefully you take those to heart and consider changing them, because some of them are not even my opinion. It's just like facts. Like, that's how Fiverr works, so play the game. Other ones are my opinion, and that's up to you. The big change. What would I do? You know what I would honestly do? I really think what's standing out is the volume levels of your demo. Not so much your individual demos, because those are separate, and I click on it and then I have to click on another one. But your demo reel, there's no excuse for not having perfection on your demo reel. It's hard to reach perfection, so maybe perfection is not the right word, but all the variables that we can control should be controlled and made to be correct, if that makes sense. Like loudness in your case, sound quality. You don't want any dogs barking, any lawnmowers. You'd be nice, even stream. You don't want any clicks, all that good stuff. Control everything you can control. And if I can make one big change, I would say it would really be helpful if you went through and made sure all your volumes were level across your whole demo reel. If you looked at like the whole waveform, and audio production is not best to be visual, but sometimes it helps. If you just took the audio for your demo reel and viewed it across, it should be even. You shouldn't have sections of your demo reel that are quieter, because that means that section was just bump it up, raise it up manually to make it all even across. I mean, sometimes when we normalize, it normalizes just the peaks. Sometimes we have to do like a loudness leveling or some compression to even. I mean, there's ways to do it, and I don't want to go on a tangent on this, but that's what I think would help you out a lot, Ron. But overall, that's good. Definitely my opinion, and you don't have to do it, is, man, I would get out of that $5 market, go to 10 or 15 bucks and jump down to 100 words. See if that helps you out. Those are my thoughts. All right, cool. I want to thank you, Ron, for reaching out to me. You too can reach out if you're interested in getting a gig review. I'd be happy to tear it apart and give you some constructive criticism. I'm sure you could take it. Nice guy in general, but I am pretty honest. I'm going to tell you my true thoughts. If you're interested, go click down into the gig description below. There's a link to do exactly what Ron did, and you can get a gig review from me. These are helpful. They're very helpful, but truly what talents get the most benefit from, and this is usually the extent of what I do the most, is I do some gig reviews, but I do more than some, but most of the work I do with clients to help them out is the one-on-one. The one-on-one consultations is where it's at. We get to really talk. You get to ask questions. I get to ask questions and kind of take a deeper dive into like who you are and how I can best help you. And that really, goes. They end up, you book for an hour, they end up always going over an hour. There's tons of notes to be taken and actionable things you can do. In my opinion, it's a really good investment into your business, entirely up to you. But, just want to put it out there. That's also in the gig description for some consultations if you're interested. Cool. I hope your business is kicking butt. Mine has slowed down a little bit after the holidays. That's normal. I don't know when you're watching this video, but business for me is always kind of taken a valley after the holidays because orders have already been placed. People try and wrap up their stuff for the holiday season and stuff. And then it starts to ramp back up around February. And, you start to get the new holiday season stuff coming around, and then spring and then summer, and it all, January, this is when I recorded. January is kind of a slow month for me. Maybe not so much for you. We'll see. It always picks up. I hope your business is kicking butt, is the bottom line. I wish you absolute best, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya!